advertisement. Oh, I'm on the podcast side. Welcome to the podcast side. It's good. Got stuff working now on the technical difficulty side. What's up, Don? What's going on? My brother from another mother, Donald Mack. What's going on? Like I was saying, I represent. I think what Kaepernick is doing, what he did, he went from a quarterback to an activist. Now, a lot of people, like I always say this, they get it confused. You know, he's not against America, he's not against this. And it's funny that I'm talking about this on 9/11. Let me give a shout out to those survived 9/11 and those passed away. You know, 9/11 is a very important date in U.S. history. These headphones are almost, I can't hear anything sometimes. Man, I'm always having technical difficulties, man. I need someone to come in here and hook me up with some technical stuff here. But I like what Nike did. And it's funny that a lot of people seem to hate it, of course. A lot of people seem to like it. It's all this stuff going on. But I like what Nike did. They did this with the gay activist rights movement. They've done this, I have a list right here. They did it with the AIDS, gender equality, disability, religion, other cultural flashpoints that they did in life. They've always been open to this. And they're smart business people. I mean, I don't know the business side of Nike. I couldn't tell you who the CEO is. I have to look it up and all that stuff because I talk 95% sport, 98% of sports knowledge comes from my brain. But they've always seemed to do the right thing. And a lot of people are hating on it because they're absolutely. I'm gonna tell you to your face. You are wrong if you are against or you are throwing shade on Kaepernick for what he is protesting. Now you may get it confused of why he's protesting, and that's just a lack of knowledge. People got to be schooled and learn on why. Let's go to that one, right? They got to know why he's protesting before they start hating on someone. Now, I'm not a big fan of protesters, people that block the freeways and you know, turn over cars and start looting. That's not protesting. That's just being idiots, in my opinion. But I just think people that don't know why he's protesting should really look into it why. And those are people burning Nike shoes. You're not actually hurting anyone because actually you had to pay for those shoes to burn them. And almost every pair of Nike shoes cost the minimum, I would say, if they're on sale, $65 to $75. So, and if they're Jordans or Air Maxes that you're burning, you're a complete idiot. I'll call you out. You're a complete idiot if you're burning shoes. Donald Trump, of course, always had to put his 2 cents in, open his mouth. And let me just say, because of Donald Trump, a lot of people are against Donald Trump, and a lot of people are for Donald Trump. Obviously, that's why he got voted. But a lot of people are against him. So when he says something, they'll take a look at it. They'll be like, what is this guy talking about? People that don't know sports, don't know anything about Kaepernick or what's going on. When he talks about it, they're going to be like, what is he talking about? And they go and look at the situation. And then, boom, now you got more viewers, more people paying attention to this Colin Kaepernick situation. And Nike's sales have jumped. Since Kaepernick has been the new company spokesman, Nike sales have jumped 31% since debuting as the Nike spokesperson. 31%. Now in the business, that may not seem like, you're like, well then that's 69% of other people, sales that haven't got. Well, yeah, you're right. But when you're making billions, 31%. Just think about this: 1% of $1 billion is how much? That's a lot of friggin' money. Now think of 31% of $1 billion. That is a lot of freaking money. So they are protesting the protest, and they don't know why they're even protesting in the first place. See, that's the confusion. That's the problem. I can care less if you like Kaepernick, you don't like Kaepernick. Maybe you're a racist. I don't know. Maybe you don't like sports. Maybe you don't like his hair. Maybe you don't like. A lot of San Francisco 49er fans don't like because the way he played. And after he got the big contract, he became like a supermodel, and his play digressed. These headphones are just horrible. So, but you got to understand why he's protesting. Nike understood why. Let me tell you this: controversy endorsements always generate a lot of hype. Controversy generates hype. And that's why I do this because I love it. I love talking sports. Now, I have my own opinions. I'm very strong, opinionated. I'm very open. I'm very outspoken. I don't hold punches. There's things that I talk about that people, some people will say you're an idiot. Some people will say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Some people will say I'm just doing this to get listeners and viewers and all that stuff. Well, that's not true at all. If I had one listener, one watcher on Facebook, I would still do this every week because it's something I love to do. All right, so people got to understand why he's protesting. Understand why, and I'm 100% behind it. I should say. These headphones are, I don't know if the headphones or the microphone, but I can't mess around with my volumes here, my mixer. But it's just, if you hate him for a reason, hate him for that reason. But you gotta be, if you're closed-minded and you're a complete idiot, then that's fine. You're not gonna understand why. You're gonna be like, okay, no, tunnel vision, he's an idiot, he's against America, against the flags, he's not patriotic, he doesn't love his country. Well, first of all, you're wrong. All those things that I just said, that some people have said, that think that, those people are completely wrong, and those people are idiots. So Nike makes him the spokesman, sales jump up 31%, and people are going, I don't get it. Well, controversy, and with Trump getting involved, I think Trump, if he wants to be president, which he is, our country voted for him. It's a democracy here in the United States, a free country. He won. If it was fair and square, we don't know. We don't know Putin or any Russian or anybody has something to do with it. But he won. He is the president. It's a democracy. He got voted in. Run the country, bro. Do your thing in the White House, in the Oval Office. Don't worry about my screen, my vision. I can tell my screen's getting bad again every time. I always have problems with this. I'm telling you, I have more technical difficulties than anybody. Screen's all messed up. What is going on? Can someone come down here and hook up my stuff for me? My audio, my video, my headphones sound horrible. I got a horrible video feed I see on my Facebook. I don't know what's going on, man. But anyway, if you can still hear me, that's all good. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. But you just got to put my notes back over here. Trump needs to do his job. Trump is not a sports person. He doesn't own his team. He never played any sports. He's not some sports fanatic like our former president who was a Chicago Bear fan, a Bulls fan, very well known in that aspect. So I just think that Trump should just do his job by getting involved with something that he does know nothing about, like a lot of these people that don't understand. And I hate to say this because I am the last person on this earth that could have any racist bone in my body. None at all. But I honestly feel that it's because Kaepernick is black that people are approaching this situation wrong. I really think it is. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, I'm outspoken, I'm opinionated, and that's just what I think. So, I just think that people see this young black rich man doing something that he's standing up for, and they're not okay with it. You have these billionaire white owners. They're having a problem. Eric Reed, ex-49er, doesn't have a job. Great safety. Great free safety in the NFL. Doesn't have a job. But Kaepernick doesn't have a job because of his protesting. I just wonder, here's the problem I have. Would it be an issue if it was Tom Brady kneeling? Let me bring something to perspective here that people don't really realize or remember. There was a player in the NFL, a white player, a well-liked white player, very religious white player, a few years ago, who kneeled during every national anthem, during every game of his career. Didn't have a long career. He knelt. and he said he was praying. Now, because he said he was praying, does that make it okay? Does that make it okay? Because he was praying, or because he's white? And that was Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow kneeled almost every national anthem because he said he was praying. He went off to the side by himself. He didn't stay with the team. He kneeled, but it was okay because it was a white man, and that's how I feel. So, I just think Nike did the right thing by getting Kaepernick in there. There goes my video again. I'm watching on my phone, and I see what you guys see, and the video feed is just horrible. I know my video is messed up, man. I don't know what it is. It's just, I'm always having technical difficulties. Like I said, my headphones are bad. But whatever. I'm still gonna roll. You guys can still hear me, which is the main part. I don't know about my podcast side, if that's working. It says it's recording, but we'll just keep rolling with this anyway. So I just want to talk about it. I'm giving shots out to Nike, and I'm behind Cap 100% because they got to do something. There was just another death the other day, and the cop got like a $30,000 bond, and he's out, and he killed some kid, and it's ridiculous. I think it's the most ridiculous thing. You got to hold these cops accountable. But the problem, not a problem, but the thing that I've seen is happening is that it's. Let me change speaker wire there. Maybe that'll help. What I'm noticing is maybe it's not making a difference. And if it doesn't make a difference, then there's a problem there. I saw a great quote somewhere. I'm going to try to quote it, but I can't remember. People were mad at Martin Luther King for all the protesting. People were mad at Cesar Chavez for all his protesting and what he brought to the Latin community and their rights that they were having as people that work in the farms and all that stuff. Then people were mad at Rosa Parks. They stopped the bus and caused all this conflict. They sit down. Now people are mad at people were mad at Muhammad Ali for not fighting for his country. But then as time goes on, people mature, people grow up. You start realizing what they were doing was bigger than just sitting on the bench, more than sitting on the bus, more than just marching around. It's bigger than what you think it is. It's not against America, and it's not nothing to do about being patriotic. It's the real reason why he's doing it. Anyway, let's move on to some football. Football week 1 is down in the books. I'm going to talk a lot in there. Yeah, you're right, Eric. I'm going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the L's that we got. Why are my videos so messed up, man? I'm just having technical difficulties all over the place today. Let's start with Green Bay game. Now, what Aaron Rodgers did, I thought was very, it's a double-bladed sword. When you play sports, when you're injured or hurt, do you play, to help the team if you don't play, or are you helping the team if you do play? If you're a speedster, you're a leadoff man in baseball, or a wide receiver, and your hamstring's hurt, but you can still play, but are you hurting the team by playing? Because of the fact that you're not 100%, and they need you at 100%. This is really ticking me off, man. I gotta start this all over, man. This is just horrible.